you raised about 10 million bucks in sort of July, over the course of July, in two different raises. You've got about, I'm guessing, 11 million bucks or so in the kitty, based on what we talked about last time. It's a single asset. You've got a single asset. It's Brazil. Are you able to talk to us about maybe mitigating some of that single asset risk and looking at other assets? Have you been talking to anyone? Have you been looking at anything? Is it a consideration at all for you guys?
Absolutely, yes, it is. As the PFS advances, we have to work out what's going to happen with Castelo. Are we taking it right through to production, or are we going to combine with someone, acquire someone to get a team who have done that in Brazil? So right now, we're looking at every possible option and analysing that. We had the Precious Metals Virtual Conference 2 weeks ago. I probably spoke to 10 companies at that conference. There is a lot of interest in projects like Castelo, where you've got a real component moving forward to production and a nice upsides component as well. So we are definitely looking. We are definitely talking to quite a few groups. Nothing advanced. We're not talking any deals or anything, but we're trying to analyze what the options are and how we want to take this forward. Obviously it goes from everywhere from, we could acquire a smaller target near us, and integrate a bit of a team who had some more experience at permitting, and then we end up with a pipeline of projects and more stories moving forward. The one that gets pushed on, not pushed on, that's the wrong word, talked to us a lot about is merger of equals with a couple of other companies in Brazil. That's always interesting. There are some other good companies that are really well run in Brazil who could be interesting components on that. And then obviously, larger companies who, I think these are the ones who are the most active right now, the producers who, even when we get a down day in gold, it drops $20 and everyone goes, oh, it's down $20. Yeah, it's still 1,900. Those producers are making a fortune. And so those guys are actively looking aggressively now. So we don't have a set plan on okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to analyze it and work out what's best for the shareholder. I think, as you said, we are a little bit more methodical and risk averse than some management teams. So I do recognize the risk in taking a project from, putting it into production. And if it's your only asset and you've got to raise twice your market cap to do it, that's a point of risk, and I think we would be looking to alleviate that risk somehow from our shareholders.
Well, I certainly think in around this time, when you've got stories like Sentiment, who obviously had their slight mishap with their project. It's a single asset, it's a significant asset, but they've lost hundreds of millions of value off the back of that. I think it's more in the minds of investors at the moment. And I just wondered, again, is that a kind of a conversation which at a board level you're thinking, well, crikey, will people recognize single asset even more than they have done in the past as a particular problem? Is that affecting our ability? I mean, your share prices, your market cap, what are you, 77, 78 million bucks? I mean, it's the size it's been for a long time. It's all good. But to kind of move to the next stage, to have conversations about maybe, do you go and raise some more money? It seems easy to raise money at the moment if you're a gold company, isn't it?
There's a lot of it around, and there's always a saying, and you should raise it when you don't need it because it's the best time to get it. But yeah, so we do talk about that single asset company, and I that single asset companies aren't sustainable long term. I believe that very strongly myself. On the other hand, if we are looking for if we're getting to this decision point, and I think that's the point, we either become a multiple asset company or we get acquired. From this point forward, that's really where we're at. I think this is what this conversation's going around is, single asset. It's a lot easier for a producer to come in and buy you. They're not getting something they don't want. They're like, okay, we like that project. We'll just come in as one clean purchase and we're done. If we don't find something, or if someone doesn't come and offer a price that's better than the alternative, I absolutely agree. We would have to become a multiple asset company, and that, it could be through an acquisition or it could be through a merger of equals as well.